So welcome to lesson 8, which is our last lesson for grade 2, and then from next lesson we'll be going through sample exams. So today we're talking about transposing. Transposing means moving a melody up or down to a new key, but without changing the melody. So if you look at the example on the screen, the top one is in C major and sounds like this. The second one is the same melody, but it's up 4 notes. And you can hear that it's no different in any way. The staccato and legato is the same, the tie is the same, the rhythm is the same, the volume is the same. The only difference is, there are two things actually. The first one is that the whole thing has been moved 4 notes up. And the second part of it is that some of the stems are going down rather than up, and that's because the round part of the note has moved higher than the middle line. So part of this is going to be, one of the questions you're going to have to work through is to transpose and change a melody from one key to the next. So the first thing we do is we work out what is the key of the original. So in this case there are no sharps or flats, and so that tells us that we're either in C major or in A minor. Because it finishes on C and the first 2 notes are G to C, which are the 5th note to the 1st note of the scale, it's pretty safe to say that we're in C major. The other clue that we're not in A minor is that the 7th note in a minor scale will be a G if it's in A minor, and we always raise that 7th note and make it a G sharp. But for the moment we just need to worry about a major key. So the interesting part is the question says which direction and then into which key. We don't need to worry about that part yet, we'll do that next, because the first step is to put in the scale degree numbers. So in your worksheet, go ahead and put in the scale degree numbers of question 1, and I'll give you the first 2. It starts on note number 5 and then goes to note number 1. See if you can finish that off. So you should be writing your answers in underneath that on the worksheet for the rest. Okay, so this is what you should have. 5, 1, 3, 6, 2, 1, 7, 1, 2, 1, 7, 1. So the next step is on the blank stave underneath in your worksheets is to write in the treble clef, and then write in the key signature of the new key. So the question tells us that we want to write this new melody now into F major. So you write a B flat at the beginning. So do that now. Right, draw your treble clef in and then draw your flat in. Once you've done that, write the key signature. And then from there, we write the first note. So in F major, what's the letter name of note number 5? Come on, someone should know the answer to that. If note number 1 in F major is an F, count up 5 from there. What's the fifth note going to be? The letter name. Vashko? Evangelina? What's the answer? C? Yes, it is. It's a C. Okay, so what we're going to do is write a C as the first note here underneath because it says go down. So we're going to write a C like that. Now the second note is going to be note number 1 in F major. So note number 1 is going to be an F. So you write it in as a quaver. And of course this time your stem's going to go up and the tail will go to the right, because the round part of the note is going to be lower than the middle line. Our next note is going to be the third note in F major, which will be F, G, A. So we write an A here in this space with the stem going up. And then from here it goes down to note number 6. So we count down from F, 8, 7, 6. So it'll be a D with the stem going up, joined to the first note with staccato, and so on. Which means the whole thing will look like this. So I'm just going to move it back to question 1 because I'd like you to complete it now. You've got 1 minute to finish writing out the rest of that melody. Off you go. And then show me with your hand when you're done. Done? Don't forget to draw the slur above the phrase marks, and to also write in the MP, the mezzo piano, as well as the staccato notes. So make yours look exactly the same, which means here is the correct answer. So who got it right? Yay. Now here's the best part. Homework is to finish off lesson 8 doing exactly the process that we just went through. So there's only 2 questions to do, questions 2 and 3, and I'd like you to work through doing those now, as soon as we finish this lesson, which is going to be quite short. So before you go, the one thing I do want to show you is going to be lesson 9, because it talks about Italian terms. So I'll just bring up the worksheets for you that you should be looking at. Just a moment. Here we go. Okay, so lesson 9 is all about using your Italian terms. Alright, just hold on, guys. Alright, so looking at your Italian terms, which are in your cheat sheets. So when you're looking at a piece of music, there's a few things I want to point out to you that you may not have noticed. The tempo or the speed is always at the beginning. Underneath is where you'll find the dynamics, the louds and the softs. And then each of the Italian terms that are in there will be in alphabetical order in your Italian terms sheets. So the other part of your homework is to finish this particular lesson off as well, the worksheet. And then before next lesson, please mark yourself and give me a message if you'd like me to help you, because then I will call you back on Zoom and I'll work with each of you one-on-one. Is that something you think you can do now? Okay, so the only other thing left to do, because I'm going to let you go so you can work on this, is just before the lesson next week, I will email each of you your login details for your practice exam, but I'm not going to give it to you until next lesson. So your homework this week is to make sure you've answered every question in worksheets lessons 1 through 9. Any questions before I let you go? Okay, in that case, please keep working through lesson 8 now and through lesson 9. I'm going to hang up. I will upload this video into your links, and I will stay on Zoom for the next half hour. So if you get stuck, just rejoin this meeting. Alrighty? Alright guys, hang up. Talk soon. Bye.